Alright, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? It is the Master Reviewer back again with another review. Today we are doing a review for the movie Old Dads. This is a rewatch for me. I watched this when it came out about 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure, and so I rewatched it today, and you are getting a review from me for it. So with that said, that is all the background I really have. So starting off, let's start off with the characters. So I would say that most of the characters, I'm going to be honest, I did not really like that much. This is kind of, this is written in a way where like it's very much trying to portray a lot of the characters of the movie as like unlikable or annoying, or a lot of them are like pretty unrealistic, like Dr. L, the mother of, what's his name? Connor's wife. She's like very like, her son like punches Jack's wife in the stomach while she's pregnant, and then the mother just doesn't do anything. Like, this is not realistic characters in my opinion. They're not, and I feel like that's fine, but if you're gonna do like unrealistic characters, you should really like crank it up to the max, like really have it be unbelievable for a comedy. But in this case, they just came out, like most of the characters just came off as unlikable, which I guess that is the goal ultimately, but it's still like, if your goal is to be unlikable and you're unlikable, like ultimately you're still unlikable. So yeah, so besides that, the main character, Jack Kelly's played by Bill Burr. I think that Bill Burr is a great comedian. I love his comedy, and I would say that as he did a good job. I'd say he has like good moments in the movie at the end when it like is when he's at the birth of his child. I thought that was a great scene. He can definitely perform pretty well. Other than that, yeah, Connor Brody and Mike, they were the two friends of Jack, and you know, they were good. You had like Connor with his whole like arc thing about wanting to be accepted by the youth, and then and he's like kind of he's kind of like not neglected, but his wife really doesn't treat him like the best. He gets like stepped on by his wife kind of, and you have Mike, who's going through his like midlife crisis thing with like accidentally getting his girlfriend pregnant when he thought that he was finally done being like a father and stuff. So yeah, in terms of, other than that, all the rest of the characters, like they're the three main characters. The rest of the characters are either like not really that memorable, or they're annoying, or they're unlikable. So overall, I'm gonna have to give the characters a, where is my score sheet here? I'm gonna give the characters probably I'm just gonna go with I'm gonna go with not good, ultimately 4.5. Like the three main characters, they are good, I would say, but just because of the fact that you just have so many unlikable characters, like just bringing it down, it's just like, I know that's how it's written, but still, like I don't like how it was written that way. And so yeah, the plot, there isn't really a plot here. It kind of just like goes from one scene to the next. It's ultimately just about the three main characters like living in, I guess, the new world of like how things are. Like, they're kind of like they're not boomers, but they're very much older generation, and they're dealing with the newer generation. And I don't really find that kind of stuff, it doesn't really set itself, like it could set itself up for like good comedic bits, but in this case I didn't really find anything not funny. I'm not speaking about the comedy yet, but none of like the plot points really were that like good in my opinion. Like, you just had like the events, the Vegas scene, the hospital at the end. Like, there wasn't like really a main flow, like story flow. It was just basically just like you're going from one scene to the next, and like it's just them dealing with the situations that they're in. So in terms of the plot, because there isn't really one, I'm just gonna give it like a I'll just give it like a 4.5. I'm giving it not good because ultimately I would have liked for it to have like some sort of like more concise central story going on, instead of just like going from one scene to the next. So yeah, the setting, there weren't really any memorable places really to say. Like, I guess the most memorable place was Palm Beach at the casino and like the strip club and stuff, but other than that, nothing is really too memorable. So I'm just gonna give it a 5 out of 10. It's not good or bad really. The comedy, I'll say this, a lot of the humor, when it revolved around like, oh look, the younger generations, they're like like how stupid they are with like I don't know, how they act and stuff, and how they deal with like, look, they're finding so much stuff offensive, like all that stuff. I don't really, it's not funny. I don't find it funny. Maybe some people do. If they do, more power to you, but just I don't. It's not comedic to me. I will say though, even with that said, there are some good bits in here, like the whole car scene with Travis when they're in the car with him, and they're rapping to Straight Outta Compton. I thought that was a great scene, very funny, found it comedic. The whole N-word gag I did think was humorous, and I did enjoy that. The Connor writing to Jack his letters, and then he ends up eating it. I thought that was good. What else? The auction scene. Bill Burr, like, he has his moments where it's like he does. He's a comedian, so he is able to perform pretty well, I guess. Yeah. So the comedy, I'll give a 5.5. I thought it was decent. It's definitely not like groundbreaking stuff, but it's decent, So the worst thing I would say about this is just ultimately the fact that it's meant to be a comedy, but then there are just so many bits that are just related to, look how stupid this the new generation is. And it's like, this came out in 2023, and if it came out like maybe, I don't know, way earlier, like maybe 2019, 2018 or something, like if it came out like a few years earlier, maybe it would work better. But it feels like 2023, it's a bit late for this kind of humor, because I'm pretty sure I don't know, by this time, like, I remember watching it, it did feel like, okay, this is kind of played out, this kind of stuff. I remember that a lot of people in the day were doing like this type of humor, and it's just, it got old by this point. So yeah, that's ultimately the worst part, just the whole style of comedy that most of the movie just takes up. It's just, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. It's bad. So yeah, with that said, the best part I will say, I did like the self-reflection bits, like at the end of the movie, where you do have like Jack kind of come to the realization of like, oh, if he doesn't like change his ways, even if, like, it's weird, it's set up in a way where it's like you're supposed to root for Jack, but then you're also supposed to like accept the change that he goes through. So it's like by the end, it's like, oh, he realizes he should be a better person and stuff. But the entire movie, you're kind of like, you see how people are being like unreasonable and unrealistic and stuff. So, or maybe I shouldn't be thinking this way, I don't know. But I'm thinking like, okay, like, yeah, these people are being a bit like unreasonable. Like, what, you have to pay $1 every time you're late to pick up your kid? Like, I'm pretty sure no private school is that way. I'm obviously not a parent, but I'm pretty sure this is like pretty unrealistic for just any scenario that someone could get into. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but because like there are so many scenes where it's like you are rooting for Jack, and you're thinking, wow, this is like clearly these people are unlikable and stuff, and they're like probably also a percentage in the wrong in a lot of these situations. It's like so when Jack finally does grow and becomes like, oh, I need to better myself, it's like, it doesn't feel like it's like really earned. Like, if it was more so that, like, I don't know, maybe if he was like overly more, maybe if he like really like went off the hook, like started like destroying stuff or anything, but like the worst thing he did was like maybe just insult some people, that was it. So I don't know, it didn't feel like so I will say, like, when I say the best part was like his redemption, it was like, it is nice that he sees like he wants to improve himself, and then by the end, like, he starts crying and stuff at the birth of his child and stuff. And so there are moments like that, like Bill Burr's performance of like trying to, his self-reflection is like good, I'll say. So he does see like the parts of him that are in the wrong and stuff, and so he does want to better himself, which I did find good. Other than that, there is again there are a few good comedic bits here and there. So ultimately, I'm just going to give the best thing to his self-reflection. I'll give that a 6 out of 10. Any extra details I have? I thought the wrongful termination thing was stupid. Like, they fire like all the employees of their company because like they were born before 1988 or something like that, which yeah, it is wrongful termination. I'm pretty sure like most people could see that right off the bat. And then in the end, they say like, yeah, they sued for wrongful termination. It's like, no duh, obviously they would. Other than that, I'm pretty sure that is all the stuff I wrote down. So I am going to do the calculations. So King Crimson. Okay, so ultimately the score ends up coming out to about a 5 out of 10. That would be not good or bad. I would probably give it between like a 5 to a 5.5. I would say ultimately it's like, it's between not good or bad, but it's like more so leaning on the decent side. I would say that ultimately it does have some redeeming qualities. Like, it's not the most unenjoyable thing to watch. Like you could still like, I guess you could still get some enjoyment from watching it. It's not like it's not terrible. You do get some stuff out of like watching it, a bit of enjoyment. So ultimately it's like more decent than bad. It's like it's more good than bad. So it's like ultimately a 5 to a 5.5, I would say. There are some good stuff in there that you can get some enjoyment. So yeah, with that said, that is pretty much all there is to it. So if you have any recommendations, any movies, anime, shows, video game stories, anything you want me to review, leave it in the comments and I will maybe check it out. But yeah, with that said, that is pretty much all there is to it. So let's leave it at that.